Hello, in this video I'm gonna show you what the new Laspuma Vapore Stovetop steamer looks like out of the box and how to assemble it for the first time. Now, as you can see, I have a scaled mat with 1 cm separation between each line. That comes at about 2 inches per one bigger line in weird units, and this is the box. Now we're gonna take the banana out of the way so we can open it up. This box is about 15 per 30 per 12 centimeters or so. It may vary. We're gonna take the cardboard out of the way, which is protecting our pieces so the shipping doesn't damage anything. Now the first thing that you're gonna see is our adjustable range. This one may be separate depending on the location where you are from. And this is the steam wand. This is air and Sylvia steam wand. Right. Now next we have our handles. This is the main handle, the bigger one, made out of wood. And this is the other lever handle for the valve. Both handles have a nut included in each of their bags for assembly purposes. Now this is our Mocha Pot Base, and the main guy here, which is the top, the body with all the fittings. And there you go. Now we're gonna take the box out of the way, and here we have the whole thing. Now, banana, you go there. We're gonna start with the Mocha Pot Base. And inside this one, you will find some instructions for regular Mocha Pot use. Who would have thought, but you actually can make some coffee with this machine. I'm gonna show you how to do that later. Some safety instructions, of course. The main one for me would be if you're making coffee, don't use it on high. If you're making steam, you can actually use it on high, but besides that, don't use a burner that is wider than the base. And if you're using it, be very careful with the handle. If not, you should be fine. I prefer electrical stoves for this purpose, but if you don't have one, you can use a gas stove. You cannot use an induction because it's aluminum, so it won't work. Now we're taking the main part, and I'm gonna show you. Here you have some tape, because this manometer, the pressure gauge, is filled with glycerin, so we don't want that to drip out of the body. That is why we put the tape, but don't forget to remove it before heating up for the first time. And you can see we have our seal in here, and this screws on top of the base really easily, just like a regular Mocha Pot. There is nothing really special about this. If you know how to use a Mocha Pot, you will know how to use this one. There you go. And next we have our valve handle. So there should be the nut inside the bag, and for assembling this, you could probably use it with only using your hands, but just to be safe, we're gonna use a wrench. This should be a 10mm wrench. If you don't have one, you can use the adjustable wrench. And there you go. This one is open right now, so we're gonna put it like this, and we're gonna put the nuts. If you hear some sneezing, that is my dog. She's a little bit old, so nothing I can do about that. Here you go. Now we're gonna put the nut in here, and super easy. We're just gonna adjust it until it's tight, and then we're gonna just give it a little bit of a push with the adjustable wrench. This one is 8 inches long. The adjustable wrench that you may get in your package could be 6 inches or an 8 inches, depending as well on the location where you're from. and there you go. Nothing super strong about it. As you can see, I'm not even using it as a lever because I don't want to put so much pressure on these nuts. I want them to be able to come apart later and not to cross thread the thread of the valve. Now we're gonna go. This is the nut that includes for the handle, and this is the handle. This is made out of pine. This is softwood, but it has been tinted with coffee because we love irony in this world, and I just thought it was super cool look. Um, just for future maintenance purposes, if you wanna give it a wax reapplying, you could do it. This is actually cured with mineral oil and wax, and we're just gonna turn the nut until it fits a little bit tight. And this is where I would recommend, if you have some tools around the house and you happen to find an 11mm wrench, I would use that one instead. It's way easier, but this is why we get our adjustable wrench, just so we can do all of that without multiple tools. And here you're gonna see why I refer that it's a little bit easier with the other one. The adjustable wrench is a little bit too wide, so I have to flip it to get better access to it. And yeah, once you flip your wrench, the thread reverses, so now you have to push counterclockwise instead of clockwise to adjust it. Either way. But even though it's super simple, you just have to adjust this nut and it won't come apart with heat or movement or whatever. All of these are standard pipe and bolts, so this is just super secure. And I didn't even put a lot of pressure on that nut, just enough. If you by any chance find it a little bit loose, just give it a little tightening and it should be good. Now, this might be the trickiest part of the assembly, but in reality, it's just not that. This is the rubber. This is called a rubber. What was the name again? Yeah, whatever. I don't like it. It just gets in the way. It's super tricky to put on and to take out, so I just removed it. And this is the steam one, the naked steam one. You don't really need the protective rubber sleeve. That's the thing, sleeve. And this one has a nut that connects to the valve of the Rancilio Silvia. Unfortunately, that thread is unique and we cannot use it. So we're gonna take the tip out, which is super easy, and we're gonna slip this nut out of the way. You can save it. I mean, maybe you have a Rancilio laying around, or you one day purchase one. This is a good thing to have in that case. And we're gonna use this nut instead. This connects to a copper fitting for the brass, and just like that, it slides right in. And now we're gonna put the tip back in. Again, super easy. This tip, please don't use a wrench. It might adjust too tight and it will come. You will need to take it apart for cleaning purposes once in a while, and maybe you even so don't use a wrench. So yeah, maybe you even want to upgrade and purchase a 3 holes steam tip. That's totally doable. There are many places where you can find these tips and one in case it breaks, but I don't think so. This is stainless steel, so it should hang on very well. Now you can put this steam one in whatever direction you prefer, whatever is more comfortable for you. Maybe you are left-handed, maybe you're right-handed, maybe you want it to be as far as possible from the stove, or maybe you want it close. Whatever you prefer, you just have to adjust it to your desirable position. And once you have that, then you will take your wrench again and tightening it up a little bit. Now, how tight do you want to have this nut? Let's just say a little bit tighter than what you can do with your hands. Not too much, just so it doesn't move. It's not that big of a deal if it's not super tight. If it's super tight, you will just need a wrench to take it apart again. But anyway, this is all up to you. No safety concerns with that. And we close the valve. Now this is what the Laspuma Vapore looks like. It's about 20 centimeters tall, and well, depending on where this steam one is located, the whiteness and the deepness will vary a little bit, but it's about 30 centimeters deep and some 15 centimeters wide. There you go. Now this is how you assemble your stovetop steamer for the first time. There you go. Banana for scale. And I forgot to mention it, but I'm actually going to include some other parts with this stovetop steamer, because like I told you before, you can actually brew some coffee with it. Yeah, who would have thought a mocha pot can brew some coffee? Now this is a dispersion screen. Again, if you know how a mocha pot works, you should know how this works. This is the basket, and you just need to put the basket, put your ground coffee in there, dispersion screen, and then just make sure you have your seal in there. This seal is a little bit more used because this is the one that I've been using for the last month or so, and then tighten it up a little bit. I made the mistake to put the dispersion screen before putting the seal, and it actually tightening up it very much, and it took me a while to take it apart. So please don't do that. Please make sure you put the dispersion screen in there. Now we're gonna take this the steam one tip out, and there you go. This is the way you can brew some coffee, just like you would do on a bellman, I guess. Just after you brew some coffee, make sure you purge it with some steam. You don't even need to clean it thoroughly afterwards. Just the base, because it will have some coffee in there. Just empty it up, put some new water in there, and then purge it using a little bit of a steam, and all the coffee should come out before using it up again for milk steaming purposes. And this will be included on your package as well, which is the dispersion screen and the coffee basket. Now, let me know if you have any doubts in the comment section, or if you want to know more about it. You can visit the links in the description for the social media, which is our Instagram page and our Etsy website. Hope you have a nice day, and good luck using your new stovetop steamer. Thank you very much. If you want, you can leave a like. You don't need to subscribe. We're not going to be uploading a lot of content, but anyways, bye.